Andy Reid training camp that you only know, but obviously a lot of these new guys are aware
Yeah.
of for the first time?
Well, say this first. Everybody attacks it differently. You know, that's kind of where you have to build your own professional approach to this thing. Everybody gets that free time off, and you know, you got to do something. You know, what is it? You just have to do something productive with that time, and you got to find a way to keep getting better, even though you're not in the building, and working on routes and stuff with the entire team. But it's over the course of my career, I've just found the groove of, you know, when to get ready. I take camp very seriously. I take preseason very seriously. I get a lot of my work done during that time, and you know, the free time that I get, I like to put my feet up, go see some family, all while staying in shape and getting geared up for training camp.
What's the biggest, I guess, memory that jumps out to you when you were a rookie? That first couple days at training camp, given it was Andy's first as a head coach.
For really that first training camp, you don't realize how many people are going to be out there. It felt like it was a game. You know, it was the excitement of, you know, people watching practice and stuff. I'm not used to that as a coming out of University of Cincinnati. Our training camp was in, you know, higher ground in the middle of Indiana, so we didn't really have anybody at practice. It was kind of the dog days and just the fellas that were on the team. And then sure enough, I come to KC and it's a packed house. Everybody out there, St. Joe's, screaming, yelling, getting fired up during stretch. I'm just like, man, this is it's a little different. You don't got to, you know, you're not as much in your head about the dog days, the 2 days and stuff like we had in college. Well, I guess we don't do 2 days anymore, but yeah. So I would say the crowd is definitely what stands out the most.
Is there a moment you had that first season where it's like, oh, this is like welcome to the NFL moment with coach?
With coach, I slowly realized how coach wanted things to get going. Like I think he even said it on my on the podcast or the show that I got with my brother, Neil Heights. He was saying, you know, the first 5 years were a challenge, um, which is fun to look back at. You know, the first 5 years, and I've actually watched a lot of that tape, and I'm like, oh, all right, yeah, I get it, I get where he's coming from. Just you find that professional approach and you find that, you know, that groove, and I think Coach Reid does it the best of, you know, channeling everybody to that discipline aspect. It's hard. It's not an easy thing to get a bunch of, you know, grown men to stay disciplined on stuff like, you know. So it's just, I think the welcome to the league moment with Coach Reid was just that eyebrow he gives you, man. That thing, he just looks at you like, all right, I better pick it up. Yeah. Better stop screwing around in
When was
here.
the last time you got one of those eyebrows going?
When I pitched the ball against Cincinnati.
Travis, I'm Mike Sutcliffe from
This,
the New York Times
yeah.
magazine. Can you look back on the Super Bowl moment and specifically the touchdown? So explain like how that play came about and how those guys are so wide open.
Yeah, well, first things first is great game planning. You know, the coaches do a great job of understanding what, you know, the tendencies are for the defensive, you know, the defense that we're playing, or the defensive coordinator, and what his tendencies are to call in that area, and then and then play design. You get everything mirrored up the exact same. That's a lot, and a, you know, tip of the hat to our coaching staff, both in the run game, the pass game, because all of it kind of ties in together in the red zone there.
But tell me about that play specifically. Like what's going on? You're on the field, you're not catching the ball, but what's going on in that play? I mean, like there's
So, yeah.
Slay is like pointing this way, and all of a sudden somebody's running the other way. Like
Yeah.
what?
Typically, what we've shown on that play is just, you know, we have different versions where the guy in motion goes all the way across field, so the defense will just, you know, they'll have an answer for that. They'll have, whether it's, you know, passing it off to a guy on the other side of the field, or, you know, the two guys playing man on that side of the field, which you saw a couple times in the Super Bowl, where they kind of just got confused on who had who, and that's where it comes to where the offensive coaching staff and then the guys doing it the right way on the field, giving nothing to the defense that we're doing something different.
Travis, is your training any different now that you're getting older at all? Do you know, you're older and wiser, better, you look like a fountain of youth, you can see everything you've done. But I mean, what do you do to maintain that as, I mean, we all get a little older.
I just love the game. I think that kind of keeps me living with a I don't know, like a young, fun-loving football player. You know, I get to play a game for a living at the age of 33, 34, and I think that's you know, I don't want to lose that. I don't want to lose that excitement that I had for the game when I was a kid. And every single day I get to come in with the best team, best players, best coaches in the world. So it makes it easy to come in here and just enjoy it. But I would say I just focus on a lot of the smaller things, the details of things. Just try and make sure that, you know, everything as an athlete, in terms of muscles and explosion and things like that, that everything's firing, so I don't go out there and, you know, tweak my back like I did last week.
You mentioned you taking this time seriously, like preseason and camp and all that, but how much, Karen mentioned, you know, you're older in your career, how much do you embrace the mentorship? Like with
Oh, man, I
Jody
love
and
it, man.
Sky and those kind of guys?
We got the best tight end room in the league right now, and it's fun to be a part of all the just the grand scheme of things in terms of this offense and what it can do. But coming to work and being around the tight end group, man, we got a fun group that just loves to play this game and wants to make plays, no matter how they got to do it. You know, whether we're blocking, whether we're catching the ball downfield, or just, you know, finding a way to get somebody else open. And that's the beauty of the tight end positions, that we're pretty selfless, and whatever you need, we can do. And the young guys, man, the guys that are kind of like still getting molded into this offense that you'll see this year, any bit of advice I can give to anybody, and that's kind of across the league. I'll give nuggets of gold over here, tight end U coming up next week, or what I think are nuggets of gold. And you know what? And it'll be I'm here to try and get everybody to be at their best, you know, and still got that confidence that, you know, what we do over here is always going to be, you know, number one.
How much
Okay,
does
we
that-
have 4 more. We gotta wrap up, guys. So Todd, Blair, Pete, Mackenzie.
How much does that keep you young?
Keep me young, man. I'll tell you what, it is fun, man. Seeing Jody Fortson fly around, seeing Noah fly around, you know, Matt Bushman coming in, making plays every single day. You know, that gets you excited about the group. So that alone kind of builds the motivation, that, you know what I mean, kind of builds the beast and gets you to want to fly around too and have some fun catching the ball and getting open, man. So without a doubt, man, I think it fuels me, but you know, I think this entire team fuels each other. We don't got a lot of drains out here, baby. It's all City of Fountains out here.
Travis, one of the things like on the podcast that you guys are doing.
Travis Kelce, Kansas City Chiefs star tight end, is locking in for a critical game against the Indianapolis Colts, with the stakes higher than ever as the team sits at a balanced 5-5 and looks to claw back into the playoff race. This week, all eyes shift to the Colts' rookie tight end, Tyler Warren, who has caught attention across the league for stepping up as a key playmaker. Kelce, addressing the media, didn't hesitate to acknowledge Warren's impact, and even drew comparisons between their playing styles, from their physical presence to their knack for finding soft spots in defenses. Kelce pointed out Warren's college highlights, the way he shrugs off defenders, and his confidence in contested catches, making clear that stopping the rookie will be top priority come Sunday. The game itself feels like a must-win, with Kansas City fighting to keep their postseason hopes alive. In the middle of all this football focus, the outside world buzzes with curiosity about another topic. What are Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift doing for Thanksgiving this year? The couple's first holiday season as fiancés happens to fall during a hectic NFL schedule, fueling endless speculation online and in the media. Travis Kelce's Thanksgiving is set in Arlington, Texas, where the Chiefs are scheduled to square off against the Dallas Cowboys at 4:30 p.m. Eastern on November 27th. Taylor Swift, meanwhile, hasn't been spotted at an away game for 2 seasons, mainly due to ongoing security concerns that make traveling to stadiums a challenge. Their families had a private Thanksgiving together last year in Nashville, but so far, no one from the Swift or Kelce camps has confirmed any plans for this week. If you're enjoying this, don't forget to subscribe for more updates like these. Even the most seasoned insiders admit they're in the dark about the couple's exact plans, as both sides keep any travel or gathering details tightly under wraps. What's certain is that Kelce will be on the field in Arlington, doing his job for the Chiefs, while Swift's attendance remains a major question mark. Reports suggest the couple is planning on a quiet, family-centered holiday, possibly splitting their time between their respective loved ones. A source close to them mentioned that neither wants to make a big fuss or travel extensively, a choice that fits their pattern of keeping celebrations private until after they happen. For Swift, there's more than just Thanksgiving on the calendar. She's gearing up for the release of her Disney Plus docuseries, The End of an Era, which starts streaming December 12th and will continue with weekly episodes through December 26th. Swift herself teased the release on social media, saying there's no better way to celebrate her upcoming birthday than reliving the Eras tour, and the trailer even shows moments with Kelce, pushing fans' curiosity about how public their relationship will be during the festive season. Shifting back to football, Kelce's focus on the Colts' rookie tight end is more than just talk. Tyler Warren has quickly become a vital target for Indianapolis, showing poise beyond his years and a physical style that mirrors some of Kelce's own strengths. Kelce described Warren as a big target and absolute force, warning that the Chiefs' defense will have to step up to keep him in check. With playoff implications on the line, the Chiefs know they can't afford to let Warren break free and rack up big plays. This message from Kelce is clear. He respects Warren's abilities but hopes to minimize his impact come Sunday. Meanwhile, the Swift-Kelce Thanksgiving saga continues to dominate conversation off the field. Last year's family gathering flew under the radar, with no public photos or statements until after the fact. Insiders described this year's approach as similarly understated, with both Swift and Kelce determined to avoid drawing attention or creating a media frenzy. The logistics are tricky, with Swift's security concerns and Kelce's obligation to his team, but both are reportedly prioritizing time with family above everything else. Subscribe for the latest on this story and more exclusive scoop. As speculation swirls, Swift's upcoming Disney Plus special only adds to the excitement,